Hello friends. Since October 27th, I've been using the Noom App to help me lose weight. I was 323.4 pounds on October 27th. Today, February 16th, I'm 279.6. That's 43.8 pounds lost in 113 days. That's an average of 2.7 pounds a week over 16 weeks. There are three amazing things about this. Number one, just the weight loss itself is amazing, and I'm still going. Number two, the fact that I've been able to stick with it for 16 weeks and counting is a testament to the engagement of the Noom App. And number three, the way I feel amazing. I've seen a number of negative reviews about the Noom App online, some of which were from people who really didn't even give it a chance. So I feel compelled, based on my experience, to give a positive and honest review. The Noom App itself is just one factor in the weight loss equation. For me, it's been the anchor I needed to persevere and hold myself accountable. So let's go through the app and my Noom journey. My intent is to share my experience so that others can make informed decisions. The two features I like best are logging my weight and logging my meals. Every morning when I wake up, I use the washroom and then weigh myself in my underwear. Don't worry, there's no pictures. Then I open the app and log my weight. You can see here in my graph that there's a steady downward trend, but it does have some plateaus and bumps along the way. The articles in Noom, which I'll talk about later, give advice and not letting the scale rule your life. They prepare you for the ups and downs and give you many options for how to measure your success, well beyond just what the scale says. My original goal was to get below 300 pounds, to lose 23.4 pounds. When I hit that goal, then I moved my target to 290, then to 280, which I just achieved today, and now 270 is my new goal. Where will I stop? That's a good question. My pipe dream was like 250, but I'm not really thinking that far out. I'm taking it 10 pounds at a time, one day at a time, one meal at a time. Next is logging your meals. When you start with Noom, they go through a series of questions which informs their algorithms, I guess, and you get your custom plan. Mine has 5 eating occasions: breakfast, morning snack, lunch, afternoon snack, dinner, evening snack. The premise is to eat regularly and maintain a satiation level so that you can avoid deep cravings and spikes. For the most part, this has been working for me. I often find I need to make myself eat in the in-between meal snacks, even though I'm not really feeling hungry. On occasions when I do skip a snack, I notice that when I start eating my meal, I don't feel as satiated and I feel like I need to eat more. When I do have the snacks, I find mealtime, I'm more easily satisfied and I don't have to fight my cravings as much. I try to log my meals as soon as I have them, although I often find myself logging the previous meal right before I eat the next meal. I haven't missed logging a meal once since I started the program. I think of it like playing golf. You're really keeping score for yourself. So if you cheat, you're only cheating yourself. So if I eat chips or something I probably shouldn't eat, I log it. At least I know where my calories are coming from, and if I go off the rails, I know I can adjust. My new program gives me a daily calorie budget and allocates them across 3 color groups: red, yellow, and green. Red is all the good stuff, which is bad for you. Green is all the fruits and veggies, and yellow is everything in between. I was a big milk drinker and white bread eater. I probably had 4 big glasses of milk a day, like 8 cups, and 4 to 6 slices of white bread a day. That's 1,200 to 1,400 calories just on milk and bread alone on my pre-Noom diet. For a couple months, I was down to 1 cup of milk at breakfast and milk in my tea throughout the day. Then I switched to half a cup at breakfast, and this week I'm trying to go to 0 milk, except in my tea. Completely replaced white bread with English muffins. White bread is a red food, while English muffins is yellow. An English muffin is 3/4 of the calories of white bread, 130 versus 170, has a third less fat, 1 gram versus 1.5, and has 40% of the sodium, 150 milligrams versus 370, and a third of the sugar. English muffins aren't really good for you, but that's okay. Compared to what I was eating, they're way better. So English muffins are my new best friend. But this is what tracking has done for me. It puts the decisions into the context of calories, and you decide if it's worth it or not. Noom does a good job of not restricting you, and they encourage you to celebrate, reward yourself, but responsibly and with full awareness of what it means. Other tracking features I like on Noom are tracking the steps and my exercise. I try to achieve my step goal every day. I have a dog named Brady, and we go on a lot of short walks. I'm not really a long walk kind of guy, so I'd rather do many short walks. Most days I'm between 4,000 and 5,000 steps just using my iPhone and not a Fitbit. I have to make sure my phone is in my pocket. There are occasions when I'm on a walk and I realize I don't have my phone, so I'm not getting my steps tracked. It really irritates me, but after a few curse words, I'm good. There are two more major features of Noom that I'd like to share. The biggest is the articles. Noom shares a ton of information with you. Most of it is reading and answering quizzes, but sometimes there's some inputs required from you. I'm about 50-50 on doing those exercises. Sometimes I just mark an X in the text box and move on. I've learned a lot about the psychology of eating and the tricks and tips to navigate around your natural instincts. They also cover a lot of the science behind eating and what it does to your body. My routine has generally been to spend 10 to 15 minutes in the morning as I eat breakfast or right afterwards before I start my day. I've been very diligent about this up until the last 2 weeks where I've been really busy with work, so I've let the articles slide a bit. But I did put in 3 solid months of reading the daily articles every day and implementing the tips. I do think this has played a big role in my success to date. The last part of Noom is the group and personal coaches. When I signed up, I think these are things I opted in for. There's a group chat where people from around the world that are roughly at the same stage on Noom as you post comments and questions and get tips from the group coach and get support from each other. It's not really my thing, and I've pretty much stopped reading and looking at the group chats. It did seem to be really helpful though for some of the folks on there. So I'm not knocking it, it's just not something that I need or want to invest time in. I have a personal coach who generally texts me once a week on the app to check in, provide tips, and keep me on track. I think since I've pretty much been on a good trajectory with my progress, I haven't really needed this support either. Although it is nice to have someone offer encouragement and celebrate successes with. So that's my weight loss journey so far. I know for a fact that I would not have gotten this far without Noom. So for me, it's been money well spent, and I feel great, and I'm optimistic about the future and the path that I'm on. At the end of the day, the app won't do the work for you. It is a great tool with many facets. Noom has worked for me. Maybe it can work for you.